I just got a motel somewhere in central Pennsylvania. I couldn't begin to tell you the name of the town. I needed to do laundry so bad. I also need reliable internet. And I just need a break from hunting around for a place to stealth camp late at night. I've been doing way too much of that. It's actually a beautiful little spot here near that river I did in the last video. Yeah, beautiful evening. Yeah, this stuff is all so wet. Every time I've gone kayaking, I've gotten soaked. All right, I don't have any soap. Is there any way I can buy soap for the laundry? The dispenser's out of order. How do you actually open these boxes? Pull here? Getting my laundry done kind of makes me want to take a 0 day and fix some other problems I've been having in the van. For one thing, my light above my countertop in my kitchen stopped working when I was in Shenandoah. I don't know if it got water on it or what. The fuse didn't blow. The outlet still works. It's one of those strip lights, so I got it at Home Depot. There's a Lowe's here in this town. I'm gonna see if they have something I can replace it with. This is what I use, one of these strip lights. They draw almost no power and provide a beautiful colored light. Figured I'd also pick up some extra headlamps while I'm here. I didn't have one in my boat box. I want to make sure there's one always in there. You see, this should be this countertop light, this strip light I have that wraps around. I gotta peel all of that off. I'm not sure how hard that's gonna be. Oh, it's got a pretty strong glue on this stuff. And I have to get this wire off. Oh man, this is gonna be a pain. You know, I'm thinking I might as well just cut this wire, right? I mean, I'm never gonna use it again. That was a lot easier. Well, we've got a problem. This is not USB powered. This is AC powered, which is the dumbest thing ever. You know, this is the same company I bought it from, GoV, except like the names of these companies change all the time. These fly-by-night Chinese companies. I just spent 30 bucks on this and I can't really use it. That sucks. I may have figured out a way to salvage this though. I think that this thing right here is just an AC to DC converter. And what I can do is splice this wire and reattach it to my DC USB plug. It's just a hot and ground line right there. Let's give it a try. So here's the $1 million question. If I cut this line right here, is it an AC line or a DC line? Are there 2 wires or 3? Here goes nothing. There's just a hot and a ground line right there. I think I can splice it with that USB thing that I splice and just reattach it. Get this going. I did it. I spliced and reconnected this AC thing that came in the kit with a little USB plug. So now the real test, does this actually work? All right, it's plugged in. Now let's turn it on and let's hit this power button and see if this thing lights up. Is it on? Where's the power here? No, it is not working. Fuck. I tried with another wire and it still doesn't work. I read this a little closer. This thing needs 24 volts, which strikes me as crazy according to that label. It should be working, but it's not, so I don't know. It doesn't work on 12 volts. This is the one I should have gotten. It's much cheaper too. I gotta pay attention. Good thing I didn't go kayaking today. That was my original plan, to go in the Susquehanna River, which is nearby. It is pouring, and I looked at the forecast. It's supposed to pour all day long. Not much outside stuff I can do, so a good project day. And look, I finally got the USB powered thing. And voila. I'm in the Jersey Shore of Pennsylvania. I've never been to the real one, so I don't know how much it looks like that. This one is very flat and has lots of strip malls. I like it. I actually drove by 2 boat launches today, waiting for this come and go rain to like make a decision. You know, after boating in the rain yesterday, it was so unpleasant, I didn't want to risk doing that again. So believe it or not, I drove to a Planet Fitness in the Jersey Shore. Yes, I'm gonna spend a few hours working out on my vacation. I'm right there, but check out this van over here, Crumble. That's also a Ford Transit conversion. And look at all the mods they put on there. There's a rooftop AC that's way bigger than mine. These weird like porch lights around the perimeter of it. You know, that insurance company's letter said don't do any modifications other than factory to your vehicle. That's what it said, any modifications. 9, 6, 7, 8, 29, 30. You know, this felt great doing all this in the middle of my vacation. I needed this. I needed that. This town is actually Williamsport. I guess Jersey Shore is further down the road. No, it's actually really pretty. The sun is setting right here. There's like a little Candlewood Inn and Suites right up the road. Some chain restaurants. I'm so tempted to do like a in the city night, you know, and go out to a restaurant. I haven't done that yet. I'm thinking about that. I just love this modded transit van right here. That's the high roof long version. It's both taller and longer than mine. I'm sticking with plan A. I'm driving to the Pine Creek Gorge, aka the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. Leonard Harrison State Park. They have a campground in there. Sometimes you can sneak in late and grab a spot. I did that once before. I might get lucky again tonight because I don't have a plan C. There's like no chain hotels, no infrastructure around there at all. It's very remote. But I couldn't have picked a better night for this. Look at the sky. So much character, so many different types of clouds. I'm sad that I'm not at the top of a mountain right now. It was raining all day. I really thought about hiking today, and then it started raining, then it stopped, then it started, then it stopped. I find it very hard to do anything on days like that. I don't like getting wet as much as I used to. Sky like this, I really wish I was at the gorge tonight, shooting the sunset there right now. I'm really mad at myself. I feel like I really wasted today. You know, I just idled. It rained. I got to one of those points where I got to a fork in the road and I didn't know which way to go. You know, I had planned getting to the fork. I couldn't decide. I drove like an hour to a boat launch site and then drove an hour back to where I started the day. I just screwed up today. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. This beautiful sky right here. Oh my god. I think part of it is the YouTube thing. This is the first summer road trip I've done with my YouTube kind of like taking off and stuff, and I feel this compulsion to bill my time, you know, like get content out of this. I can't just like dick around and relax. I have to make sure I'm not squandering every day, and a vacation should not feel like that. The reason I took this vacation is because I just want to diddle around with no plans. And I used to be able to get away with that, but now with YouTube and stuff, this is no one's fault, you know. I think this is something every YouTuber has gotten to at some point. It was a hobby, and now all of a sudden it's something more than a hobby. It's like a business, I guess, something I have to be more aware of, and there's slightly more pressure to have something to show for my time, you know. It's a weird vibe. I have to adjust to it. I really don't like driving at night. This road is so dark, and it's like a roller coaster. I just pulled in at a gas station, probably my last stop for the night, to get some coffee. Yeah, it's 9:30, and I got a big thing of caffeine. They have a scale here that you can just drive onto. It looks like anyone can do it. I'm so tempted to do it. It's closed right now, but come back here tomorrow. I'm dying to know how much my van weighs. Actually, I have a competition for y'all. Put your guess as to how much my van weighs now in the comments below. The person who's closest to the correct weight, I will give a shout out in my next video. And I'll pin your comment to the top, whatever it is. But yeah, I might come back here tomorrow. It'd be nice to stay here. This is also a truck stop, but they tend not to like vans staying at truck stops. So I'm gonna slug on, whatever the word is. I hate driving in the dark. That place was a truck stop. There were trucks staying there. I stayed at a truck stop once before, and they boxed me in. I woke up the next morning, couldn't leave for like 6 hours. So they definitely don't like vans and RVs staying in the truck stops. I don't do that anymore. That's fine though, because the rain has stopped. The sky is clear. It's somehow even prettier than it was before. Campground. I am finally here. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is drive a loop through the campground at Leonard Harrison State Park. See if there are sites free. I tried to book online and nothing was available. It might just be because it's after 4 p.m. So this is the road where all the campsites are at. I'm just looking for any empty spot so I don't feel guilty about grabbing something. I'm not seeing any reflections of cars here. I'm not seeing anything. There's a spot right there I could stay at. There is one car camper. There's tons of spots here. Yeah, I'm totally grabbing a spot. We are in business. They have night registration here. I'm gonna grab a spot, put some cash in an envelope. Very easy. Presto, site number 6. It's got its own little short walkway to the bathroom. This is the kind of campground I like. Ones with night registration, where you just show up and you put some cash in an envelope and get your spot. I can't stand it when they don't have that and you have to like book by 1 or 2 or 3 p.m. on the same day. That's been ruining this whole road trip for me. Anyway, this is real cool, the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. I'm gonna hop right into the bed. I'll give you guys a tour of that in the morning. I had a great night here at the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, Leonard Harrison State Park. Make sure you put that in Google Maps if you want to come here. Look at all the wildflowers growing here. Pretty awesome. But the most awesome thing is, of course, the overlook. I'm walking to that right now. This is the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, the Pine Creek Gorge. There's a great viewing platform down there. Hard to capture it, on video, I think. They have something interesting right here. One of those things, those lenses for color blindness. In chroma, are you colorblind? This is for color blindness. Let's see what it does. I'll try to get my lens right up close to it. Yeah, that's what it does for a non-colorblind person. Kind of makes the wood look more pink and the green pop a little more. That's all I can tell. The Pine Creek Gorge, aka the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. I so want to take my kayak down on that. I think there's also a rail trail. This would be great for an e-bike. You just have to drive to the bottom somewhere. Right now, I'm going to drive to the nearest town. It's called Wellsboro, I think. There's no Dunkin' Donuts, but there is a cool bagel place. I hope it's still there. There's a cafe here in Wellsboro. I like to get bagels and coffee out. I also booked a place to sleep tonight. I'm just sick of driving around late at night trying to find a place on a wink and a prayer, you know what I mean? I've done too much of that. I can always find something, but I'd rather have that squared away. That'll be a surprise. Right now, I'm gonna walk through downtown Wellsboro. This is a cute town. Reminds me a lot of like Provincetown or Salem, Massachusetts. A lot of boutique stuff here. A cool old hotel restaurant called the Penwills that I stayed at a long time ago. Very neat inside. I remember there being a movie theater here too. Look at this camping stove. So easy and portable. Very tempted to buy at. They actually have some neat little stove options here. He's pretty good. Wellsboro, this is a cute town. I kind of wish I was staying tonight because there's a band playing here on this beautiful common. But I'm ready to get back on the water. Last time I did this, I was so demoralized because I got rained on. I kind of wanted to take a break from any water stuff. And it rained on and off all yesterday. Completely ruined it. I think this video is just me doing laundry and blabbing and stuff. Sorry about that. I think I actually need to cook tonight. I bought another one of these because it's been 10 nights already since Fahrenheit Park in New York, if you can believe it. I'm going to the Tioga River right now, which crosses the border into New York State. I feel like that's the perfect perfect place to like end this excursion through Pennsylvania. This vacation has felt different from ones in the past. I think I did so much driving on my last several vacations that I didn't want to do that this one, and I haven't. Furthest south I made it was Virginia. I had talked about going as far south as Florida. That didn't happen. Sorry, everyone. And honestly, after a few days in Virginia, I got homesick for New England from Massachusetts. Is it normal to feel homesick even though I don't really have a home? I don't know. But yeah, I'm ready to get out of Pennsylvania and get back to New York and the Northeast in general. And probably where I'll be ending today. Where I'm ending tonight, well, wait till the end of the video, you'll see where I end this day. Right now, I'm ready to get back on the water. I'm liking the look of this place already. It's tucked away in a canyon. Looks like there's a bunch of people boating already. To be specific, this place is called Lamb's Creek. It's a tributary of the Tioga River. The New York State border is like right a few miles up that way. I can't distinguish any current at all here. I don't know which way is upstream. Even looking at the map, it's confusing. I know there's a reservoir up that way, and I kind of don't want to kayak into a big lake. This way, it gets narrower and narrower. I love it when the river starts closing in on me. Both sides of the river just have this wall of the same type of plant. I'm assuming it's some type of invasive species. It almost looks planted the way it's all the same size, but it has just taken over. Kind of depressing. I've gotten to a point upstream where the water is just so shallow. I don't know if you can see. I'm scraping the bottom there. I can basically drag myself along the bottom of this river. It's still fun. I only need like 3 inches of water to keep kayaking. I just wish this stupid plant would get out of my sight. I'm sick of seeing it. It's getting a little challenging now. We're down to 2.5 inches of water. I'm still slogging my way upwards. You know, if I kind of jigger my body around, I can probably get by with like 1.5 inches. I guess I've been paddling upstream. Some teens at the boat ramp told me this was downstream. Maybe they just didn't know. There's like next to no actual current, so it doesn't matter. I just can't get through that anymore. It's down to like 1 inch of water, and I would just have to like get out and tow. I don't feel like doing that. Finally, I have some company. I've had the river all to myself for the past 5 hours. Haven't even recorded. I've just been having the grandest time laying back here. I went back upstream or downstream or whatever direction that is towards that reservoir, but it just gets wider and wider, and I like it right here near this marshy area. Seen a lot of cool birds. I think it's that time for me to start paddling downstream. I can't go with any flow here because there's no current whatsoever. But sun sets in an hour, and I've actually paddled a long ass time, like 2 hours in this direction. So I might be getting back in the dark. I have a campground just over the border in New York State booked for tonight. I hope they let me in late. I call that baptizing and excising Moby Dick. Gets them all nice and clean. That was the longest I've ever been on the water, from 1 to 8:30. What is that, 7.5 hours? This is a beautiful valley right here, the Tioga River. I don't know if there's a name for this valley. Lamb Creek, I guess. Just beautiful. I'm staying at a KOA just outside of Watkins Glen. Yes, I'm going back towards the Finger Lakes. I want to frolic there for at least a day, couple of days, and then I'm not sure what. I would like to cook tonight, but I don't feel like getting food now. It's so late already, 8:30. And just like that, I'm in New York. I'm officially out of Pennsylvania, where I spent probably altogether a week and another week in Virginia. I did not venture very far with this road trip. I didn't plan this. I like not planning it. I keep bringing up the fact that I'm not planning my days. I like that a lot. I love the freedom of waking up for breakfast, having a leisurely breakfast, and diddling around. That used to be great. But now that I have the YouTube thing going more than ever in the past, I feel like I have to have something to show for my time. I literally spend 7 hours on that lake just like diddling. I watched a movie on my phone. I surfed the net. I spaced out, listened to music. But I can't record that. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm telling you guys all this. This is just a weird vibe I'm having on this trip. It's like my first YouTube trip, feels like. And I guess I felt the need to talk about it. That's the content for this video. Sorry. I promise I will be back doing nature stuff in the next videos. Finger Lakes are great. Look at this beautiful reservoir right here. Just stopped to pick up some groceries and some stuff, some supplies, and I felt something I haven't felt in a long time. Cold. It's cold right here. It must be in the 50s. Sourdough, I'll take one of these. This is mostly what I came to pick up. Last night I brushed my teeth with soap. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but felt like the thing to do. Alright, hopefully there's no problems rolling in late at this KOA. There usually isn't. Here we are, KOA. Looks like they have a mini golf course here. Never seen that. KOA's always surprised me. Alright, one of these should be me. I'm always surprised by whatever name they get from me. They always murder my name for some reason. Let's see, gate E76. There I am, Marferson. Alright, I'll take it. Okay, so it looks like there's a little pass right here. I just swipe it. Easy enough. Thank you. And this place is filled to the max. It's amazing I even got a spot. I have no idea where E76 is, though. So I spoke too soon about never having a problem with a KOA. Some guy camped out in my spot, the spot I reserved. He said it looked empty, so he took it 3 hours ago. And now I have to wait for him to put all of his shit back together. It's driving me nuts. Oh, yeah, it feels good to get a shower, but I had to almost throw that guy off my spot. Listen, if you pull into a campground late, don't just grab any old spot. Someone might have it reserved. You know what I mean? That guy wanted me to escort him to a new spot like I have any obligation to do that. For the record, it's 10:30 p.m. It's already pretty late. And I had to wait for him to pack up all his stuff. Anyway, yeah, booking a campground ahead of time is supposed to remove the stress. But you gotta deal with people snagging your spots and stuff like this. But at least I'm at a campground and not like in a hotel or stealth camping. Anyway, I don't even remember where this video started. I feel like I've been recording for 2 or 3 or 4 days. Not really know where I'm going. Sorry, it must be pollen or something. Not really knowing where I'm going with this video. I think I ranted a lot about feeling like I can't just diddle around the way I want to. I have to have something to show for my time. I guess I'm trying to find a balance. This video, you know, you didn't see the diddling, thank God. But I did a lot of diddling the last 2 days. And I was on that Tioga River for 7.5 hours today. I needed that. Anyway, I think this is the perfect time to end this video. I'll be at Watkins Glen probably tomorrow, doing the Finger Lakes all day tomorrow. Maybe a few days. I've got some days left to kill. Until then, peace out.